Welcome back. It is 1495. Can you believe we're already halfway through this decade? Last year, we did lose poor Lucius. Tobias aged up into a toddler. Grace finally got married to Robert. And Pedro got married to Lilith and moved into the residential rental unit that we have attached to our house. So this year, if this is going to load for me, thank you. Oh, I never made this yellow. Hold on. Okay, this year, Princess Elizabeth, oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Princess Elizabeth almost, she did die. She died. She died young. That was very sad. And then we have our Cassandra aging up into a child, and then Dina Landgrab is dying, whatever about her. But Cassandra is the one I am worried about. I was not worried about Lucius, and then all of a sudden he died. So let's check a 9 or a 19 on that. Please, Cassandra. You can do it. No 9 or 19. Okay. Whew. Okay, we are good. We are so good. Everything is good. I am trying really hard to get this video out, so I'm just going to stop talking now, and we will head into the game. Alrighty, so here we are, and we are going to just continue on with everyone's like aspirations and careers and skills and blah blah blah. But also, like I told you in the last one, Diana is currently pregnant. She's actually in her 3rd trimester now, so I think the baby will be born tomorrow. So yes, we are pretty far into this pregnancy, considering we finished the video for the last year like 2 days early, and that who had gotten her pregnant. So she is pregnant, and also I figured, you know what, let's try the super parent aspiration with her. She's not working on any aspiration right now. She's doing really well in the socialite career, and I just figure that, you know, she might as well work on something. And then also, I honestly forgot Mortimer was working on an aspiration, but he can't really do anything with it until his kids are teenagers, so that's fine. But he is going to also work on his, House of Lords career. And then I think we just have to finish little Tobias's toddler skills. So he's doing really well, though. So we'll be able to finish those in this part. And we are going to actually have Pedro come and visit. So Pedro is, newly married. He is enjoying married life with Lilith, and they are having a good time together. They, have their own estate. They have, their own home on our property. So they are just doing really well. But Pedro is here to talk to Mortimer. He does want to talk to Mortimer about his finances because, obviously Mortimer, basically pays for the house, and he gave Pedro an estate to work on, to get money from, and it's a pretty substantial estate. But Pedro's like, we need a lot of things for our newly married life, and my wife is high maintenance, so he does ask Mortimer for a little more simoleons, and Mortimer's like, yeah, sure, it's fine. So Mortimer is so not worried about it. He's like, yeah, of course. Mortimer is a family guy, right? He lost his entire family, so he treats Diana's family like, kings and queens. So he is 100% going to take care of the family, going to take care of Pedro and everything. And like I said, we're working on the toddler skills there. So we have Tobias working on those skills very sweetly. All of our kids are cute, by the way. Luckily, Cassandra is surviving, because honestly, I don't think I'd be able to take it if she wasn't. And she's our only girl. It's just one of those things. So I'm really glad that she is going to be in a child now. And I'm also really excited because I just want I want to have the kids start growing up and having their own lives and doing their own things and having their own drama and all of that stuff. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm excited. So then we are going to have people come over. So we're having a little just event at our house, not anything fancy, but just hanging out. And I did want to invite everyone over and be chatting. I don't know what Constance is wearing. But anyway, so we do have a lot of people here. We have Bendix here. We have Grace here. The king has come. And, Bendix is kind of ignoring Grace now He is very unhappy. Poor Bendix. But I also didn't realize you could do these things. Look at all the stuff you can do with this mod. I really have to like go off and like just play the royalty mod a little bit. So I really want that. But anyway, we are going to take some PTO because Mortimer needs to get 10 friends his job. So he needs to get 10 friends in order to have a promotion. And he's just dancing. He's just standing there dancing. But anyway, he is also his friendship with the king has kind of cooled off a little bit. That's because we changed save files. But we're going to say that it's because, they haven't been spending as much time together. And also the king has been very stressed dealing with all the stuff regarding the pretender. And the Goths are, like, not really on his side. And that is hard. And, like, obviously other nobles that we don't know would be, potentially causing some problems. So he is definitely having some distrust with some of the nobles, and especially so Mortimer notices that the king is a little sour, maybe a little frosty to him, and we'll find out why in a moment. But we also have Diana chatting with Grace. So Diana and Grace are chatting with each other, and they're gossiping and like having fun and chatting. And Diana's asking Grace, like, how's your married life? Like, how are things going? Are you enjoying it? All of that stuff. So Grace is really excited about that, and they're gonna go off and chat in the other room. So I'm gonna have them chat, and Grace is having so much fun. Like she's feeling really welcomed by the Dakra family, and she is happy, and she's having a good time with her husband, and she's like, you were right, married life is great. She's not like madly in love with Robert or anything, but she feels good, she feels comfortable, she feels like her life is on the right track, and so she's happy about that. And then they talk, and Diana's like, oh, I'm having a baby soon, are you gonna have a baby soon? And Grace is just kind of like, we've been trying, but no signs yet of a baby. And so Diana's like a little bummed about that, but we know it's because Robert is infertile thanks to Bendix's curse, but they don't know that. So, of course, Grace is like, oh, it'll happen. And she's not really worried about it yet because she doesn't know that that's going to be an issue. So, there's that. And then everyone's just chatting. No, I'm sorry, Isabel, we're busy right now. And apparently the game thinks it's 2 p.m, which is just great. I don't know what is up with the time in my game, for real. Anyway, so that's why these videos keep ending up being so long, because I'm trying to deal with like the time reversing itself. But anyway, meanwhile, Mortimer and the king are talking, and they're Mortimer kind of says to the king, like, hey, I've noticed that things are a little frosty. And so the king is going to basically be like, I heard that the Dakra family is supporting the Pretender, and aren't you like affiliated with them and all that stuff? And so they are definitely, Mortimer is stunned by this. So he is just like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And I'm not in charge of that family. Mortimer is definitely like kind of surprised that the king is, kind of holding him accountable for his relations, right? So Mortimer is worried that the king is going to see him as a traitor, even though he's not one. And he is worried about, the Dakra family, and about Grace having just married into that family. And Mortimer is just like kind of in damage control mode. So he is like, no, don't you worry. Like, I'm totally loyal to you, and 100%, like, I'll talk to them. He's just like, oh my gosh, I got to do something. And so he comes upstairs and he talks to Diana, and he's like, did Grace say anything? And Diana's like, we didn't talk politics. We talked about babies. Not to be stereotypical or anything, but, Diana's about to pop. Like, that's all she's got on her mind right now, is that she's about to have a baby. So, basically, they have a quick conversation where Mortimer is like, how could they do this? They're gonna, implicate our family and all this stuff. And so Diana's like, oh boy, I guess we'll have to talk to them. So anyway, they are going to both go to work because apparently they have work right now. So there's that. But then, I did want them to go to work because I'm trying to get them up in their careers. So there's that as well. And then when they get home, the kids will be back. I also wanted to see if it looks like his potty skill is not going up while they're at work and he's at daycare. We would just pretend that, that there was like a nanny or something. But every time I hire a nanny in the game, they just don't really work very well. So we're just going to have to ignore that. So we are going to then come back and actually try and get his potty skill up and work on that. And yeah, that's the last thing he has to do in order to get all his toddler skills. Our kids are so talented, let me tell you. Our kids are so talented and so strong. And look, so she got to the part of her branch, and I am going to actually have her be like a hostess. So the hostess, yeah, because I don't want her to do. So you can, with the Regency mod, you can found a charity, and so I want whoever finds. What is the word for like found as in founding a charity, but to found a charity? Okay, anyway, whoever in our household does end up doing that, I want them to do the charity branch of this career. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So, but anyway, we are going to then head over to the Dakra household because Mortimer's like, I gotta talk to them right now. So he is like, we gotta talk. Let's go. And they go over to the Dakra household, both Mortimer and Grace. So, anyway, we need to talk to them because this is a big deal. Mortimer is. She went to labor the second we arrived. Also, the reason I made it an event is because Grace has to host 3 parties in order to get her next promotion. So that's why I made it an event, just so that we could host 3 events. But anyway, so we're here and she's just gone into labor, but you're going to have to hold on, Diana. I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to wait. I'm terrible. So there's that. But moving on, we're going to head inside and have everyone kind of come around the table and chat. And so Mortimer is going to talk to the Earl and be like, hey, what's going on? What is the issue? Like, why are you supporting the Pretender? And so, okay, Story Girl said that a good reason for them to be supporting the Pretender is the way that the king handled the sweating sickness, because a lot of people died, including many members of our own family. And so I think that that was a good idea, that the Dakras are not happy with the way that the king is handling these like really major events, and because of that they are more inclined to support someone else and not him. So Mortimer is just kind of like, look, like, I understand how you feel. I lost my entire family, but you can't just, it's not the king's fault. It was a plague. And so, Henry is just not really being convinced. So Mortimer starts talking to Robert. Diana is talking to Grace and everyone. And so, Mortimer starts talking to Robert, and he's like, Robert, come on, like, do you believe that too? And Robert's like, totally going with his dad's opinion. He's like, yeah, I agree with my father. Like, the king is incompetent and all this, like, really, treacherous stuff. Okay, we're having the baby. We just have to. We have to have the baby because the game is forcing us to have the baby. And the baby survives. He survives. He's a boy, actually. And we're going to name him Percival. And the reason I named him that was because, because I just watched the Percy Jackson TV show, the live action that they just made. It was pretty good. Anyway, so we're going to name him Percival. And I know that that's not the same as Perseus, but it's close. His nickname could still be Percy. um, but anyway, so we're gonna name him Percival, and maybe he'll be a knight when he grows up. Who knows? Because Percival, I think, is like, wasn't that like one of the Knights of the Round Table or something? Anyway, so when they're there, Mortimer is talking to Robert as well, and is like, Robert, come on. And Robert is totally on his dad's side, and I think that Robert is just like, a little big for his britches. We know he's a little bit of a bully, so he kind of thinks he knows best. And then we have, it looks like Mortimer had not actually met William, so he met William, and they had a good first impression of each other, both of them. So I think William is kind of going to be the odd one out among the men in the Docker family, that he's basically going to be like, I think this is a bad idea, but he is not the heir and he's not the head of the household, so he really has no sway there. But Mortimer sees kind of an in where William is a bit hesitant to accept that and all of that. So he is potentially someone who could sway his family members. Mortimer is definitely worried about the assuredness of Henry's position on the matter. So there's that. It's not good. It's not good. But yes, so anyway, we're going to get the kids back to doing stuff. We actually are going to meet the baby because we haven't met the baby yet. And then we are going to, we're going to just call over a few people. And one of those people is the Baron Beza. So he is going to come over and we are going to talk to him. Him and Mortimer were already friends. I guess they're not really friends anymore since the save file moved, but they're friends. If you could just come into my house instead of standing on the corner of the lot, that would be great. Anyway, but yeah, so we're going to bring him inside and we're going to chat with him. We're going to try and make him our friend because, again, 10 friends. But so also there's a new section of the house. I know you can see it right now. I'll show you it more in depth later. I had made it after I did the intro for this video, but before I actually played the video because I did want to make a few things. So anyway, we have like a new like kind of not man cave, but like, it's got like chairs. It's got like a couple of card tables and it's got the bubble blowing station. So it's it's for the adults. But I will show you more for that at the intro of the next one. So there's that. And then he's just talking with the Baron. Why are you going all the way up here even though I told you not to? These Sims, they don't listen. So anyway, basically what the conversation is Mortimer is looking to solidify his position as like the king's man. He is looking to prove to the king that he is very invested in the king's side. He is not going to be with the pretender. He's not going to associate with he's going to do his best to make sure that people who do believe in the pretender are not going to be an issue. All this stuff where Mortimer is very much like trying to prove himself as loyal. And so one of those things that he is doing is he is making an arrangement. Yes, an arrangement. So the Baron, honestly, I forget his name, to be completely honest. I'm so sorry. He's a very handsome man, but I don't remember his name. Anyway, so the Baron, he is, everyone's at work too, but he is, they're going to make a marriage alliance with each other. So they are going to make an alliance where their families are going to marry each other. And, it's a good thing for everyone. Like obviously the Bezas have 2 sons. So obviously Cassandra is going to be the one who is marrying into their family. She is going to be betrothed to Cerdic, who is the heir to the barony. Is that the word? So she is going to be engaged to Cerdic. They are now betrothed to each other through their parents. And it's a good match for Cassandra because she will be a baroness like her mother. And then 2, it's good to strengthen family ties. And 3, it's good because the Bezas are very loyal to the king and their loyalty is not questioned. So Mortimer tying himself to them is, obviously making himself look better. He did get a pristine reputation regarding that. Anyway, so Odelgard came over to our house And that is just like wild to me because I didn't invite her over, but she just showed up. So she showed up at our house, and so Diana is going to invite her in and kind of talk to her. Like, Odelgard has not found a husband. Her brother is the one who is supporting the Pretender. So basically, Diana is going to talk with her, and Odelgard is basically going to say to her, like, I have, like, it's a problem. Like, my brother is all in on the Pretender. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about our family and their future. And so I'm just like really concerned, and I don't know what to do. So Diana is going to kind of give her some advice about, like, like, you have to talk to him. Like, the Pretender is only going to cause problems for you and your family. All of my Sims are going to overheat to death. But anyway, so like she's going to give her some advice, and then I guess she'll leave. I mean, I don't know why Odelgard came, so that's why I'm going to say she came. And again, we are almost to level 3 in potty for this kid, so he can do it. He can definitely do it. Tobias, you got it. And then it's Cassandra's birthday now, and it's also little Percival's birthday, so he is going to become an infant, and then Cassandra, of course, is going to become a child. I'm so excited. I am so excited for that. So we've been having so many boys. Do you remember when we, like, could not have a boy, and now we, like, have so many? I wonder what the odds are for all of that. Like, how does that keep happening to us? But anyway, here is little Percival, and I don't know where that came from, but anyway, we're going to host a birthday party. Again, Diana has to host parties in order for this stuff to start happening. So she has to host a party, so we'll have a birthday party for Cassandra, and we'll just invite over Pedro and stuff. And unfortunately for Grace, we're not going to invite her family over. I think Diana is a little, like, obviously, and I said before, I was like, Mortimer's a family guy, and Grace is obviously his family. But, like, Mortimer's like, look, I love Grace, we'll support her no matter what, but until the Earl changes his mind, we, like, really can't afford to invite the Dakra family over to our house. Like, that's going to be an issue. And you can keep in touch with her, like, you can meet her outside the house, but, and it's just, we have to look out for our family and our children, and we don't want to be executed as traitors. Like, we don't want to do that. So, anyway, Mortimer is going to be the one to bake the birthday cake because Diana is feeling a bit burnt out, so she is just exercising some creative skills so that she can, not be burnt out. And there is that. So let's have the party, and then we'll have Cassandra blow out the candles. We'll get to take her to create a sim and see how pretty she is, and I'm so excited, you guys. Let me just, okay, I know. Every time I get a sim, I'm like, oh, they're gorgeous, they're perfect, they're wonderful. I know that about myself, but I can't help it. They all are. It's not my fault. So anyway, let's get right into this birthday party thing. So we will have Cassandra blowing out the candles. Come on, Diana, come and help her with this, please. So she will blow out the candles, and she's playful. Look at her. Okay, Diana, you can move now. You don't have to just stand there. This video is going to be so long because you are just standing there. And we still have so much to do. We have a lot to do. Because I have a lot of, like, there's 2 weddings that need to happen. There's, like, well, not weddings, but, like, I need to get 2 Sims married. We have a lot of birthdays. Anyway, so Diana is going to go get Cassandra, and we are going to bring her downstairs so that she can blow out the candles. Let's get a picture. Oh my gosh, they are so cute. Oh, look at her little face. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so cute. I need to really stop. I just, like, cannot help myself. It's really an issue. Okay, so now we'll have everyone have some cake. Oh my gosh, and Cassandra rolled good. I think that this means that Cassandra needs to be our charity person. And I feel like that would be perfect for her. Like a baroness, founding a charity. I feel like that's definitely something that she could do. So I think that Cassandra might have to be our charity person based on her first trait. We will see what her next trait is to confirm or deny. Obviously if she gets something else, something different, then maybe that won't happen. But for now, I think that could be a good thing for her. You let me know what you think. And I'm just going into here because I can age up Sims like this without having to go to all their households. So I'm just aging everyone up. So yes, Verona and Noah are going to get married this year. I did say I was going to marry them. So, and then also in that household, okay, Esther, gorgeous. Wait until you see her. Okay. Also, the very last thing I do for the maintenance in this video is going to be story related. So if you don't want to watch all the maintenance stuff, then you can like skip towards the end because that's where there is going to be a little bit of story again at the end. So if you're one of those people that just clicks off when the maintenance starts, just know that. Anyway, also, Diana wants to help her kids with homework, so we're going to have Cassandra doing her homework. Also, I wanted to make Mortimer and Diana woohoo one more time before the year ends. I am going to come back at the end and have them woohoo again. We'll just have them woohoo a couple times. Hopefully she'll get pregnant. She's not really had a lot of problems getting pregnant in the past. So there's that. Heading upstairs. Okay, yeah, I did decorate a couple of the rooms too, and I didn't want you to go to this bed. I wanted you to go to your bed, but that's okay. Also, she has to go to work. You have to go to work. Okay, so let's head out into the world. You can also see, you saw there that I killed Dina Landgrab, who was no longer Dina Landgrab. I guess since the game remarried her, I think technically she loses her title if she remarries, but anyway, it doesn't really matter because that wasn't really part of the story because I did not do that. And also, oh my gosh, For Rent is so broken, you guys. For Rent is so broken because I like cannot make any changes to the house like in build mode without going in to like the world view, then clicking build, and like, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. There's like some weird, anyway. So here is our little Cassandra. Look at her. And she's got like her mom's curly hair. Well, she always had curly hair, right? But like, oh my gosh, look at her. Look at how pretty she is. Let's like think about some like skin details for her and stuff. Also, some of these hairlines that I have do not work with the skin details, which kind of is confusing. But anyway, so here she is. We're going to give her this like really pretty little dress and some jewelry, obviously. And then we'll, obviously her formal and her party will be a little different. But I think that it could be really nice. We'll have to put her hair up and like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look at her. And then, okay, so for her formal wear, I'm just checking out our outfit options. And honestly, I think this is the one. I know that it's not super medieval, but it's just the one. I just know it. And then I was thinking about what to put her updo in, and I was like, let's just go with the same hair she had as a toddler. So we're going to go with that, and it looks perfect on her. And actually, it is the same hair that her mother wears, so I love that for her. So her mom probably does her hair just like her. Like, they have matching hairstyles, and that is so cute. So there is that. But yeah, For Rent is broken. And when I try to make changes to the lot, even my own lot that I'm currently in, it like doesn't work unless I like leave and then come back and change blah blah blah. Anyway, it's just annoying. So anyway, here is Percival. He's cute too. Not as cute as Cassandra, but he's just an infant, so he doesn't really look like much yet. The Goths have had their baby, and actually they had another baby before the year is out, like when I went back to the game. So they are going to have another baby, and that baby survives. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember if that baby survived or not. I don't know, but we're gonna have to. No, I think it did survive because we're gonna have to roll for it next time. Anyway, so the Knight family. So Verona and Noah are getting married. I'll get her pregnant. Okay, Esther. Her skin details did change a little bit, so I'm gonna change them back. But like, okay, ready? When I give this girl just like some earrings, a cute hairstyle. Look at how pretty she is. I can't stand it. Honestly, I wish I had a sim for her to marry. Like, join my family. Join my family. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, she's gorgeous and I love her, but she cannot join our family, unfortunately. because we do not have any teenager Sims. We don't even have a child Sim. Like our kids are way too young for her. And then here's her brother Edom, and his hair actually was not afro textured, so I'm just gonna fix that. And then just giving him a quick makeover. I got those two married. There we go. So that's the Knight family, and I see that he has a hat now, but I had already clicked the check mark, and I just don't feel like going back and dealing with that. So anyway, we have to go into the Beza house in order to age up the baby, and the baby, yeah, and make him a child, Serdic. That is Cassandra's, betrothed. Look at her. Oh my gosh, I can't even stand how pretty she is. Oh, and she has a little gap in between her teeth. How cute is that? That is so, so cute. I love that. So yes, then we'll get their pictures. And then we will get the goth baby picture. I'm just doing all the pictures. Yeah, that kid is a Alexander the Third goth. But then we will get Verona. Yeah, everyone is doing really well, so I'm excited. I'm excited for people, growing up, having kids. I know that I said I wasn't really going to get the townies pregnant, but like they have to. These two have to have a kid. I don't know. They just have to. So there we go. She is just so gorgeous. I can't even stand it. Even though I made her wear jewelry that doesn't even match, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so here we are. So we need to age up Serdic and then have him join the club, and then we'll give him a makeover so that he can, he's the same age as Cassandra, so that way he, he can be her future husband. We'll have to see, like, what if they don't like each other? Like, what if, all this stuff. So we'll have to kind of see what happens there. He's a slob, so there is that, but that's not necessarily like a trait that would make me, think it's a red flag or anything. So then let's just give him a makeover. My dog has come for pets. She just is very needy. Dogs are just very needy. Anyway, so there he is, Serdic, the future Baron Beza. And again, with the pictures, Edom, I mean, you're a good looking guy, but like your sister. And then the Peacock family. Now, here's the story part. So, at the parties and stuff, Bendix was chatting with Alice Dakra. So obviously him and Robert are like enemies, but Alice is kind of the only like really nice young eligible lady. Like the other eligible ladies were all older and more established and everything. And so Alice was I don't know why I didn't give this kid a makeover. But anyway, Alice was kind of one of the only people left, and not only that, but Bendix isn't done with the Dakra family. So he, got to know Alice, maybe or maybe not, some magic love potion, something was involved, who knows. But she and him decided to get married. Robert protested, but the Earl knows that the Peacock family is like a well-established, good family, and they're like really the only like they're the only family that Alice could marry into right now that would give her good standing. Like her other options are like the bachelors that I put in the game. So obviously a well-established family like the Peacock family would be the family that he would want his daughter to marry into. So Henry approved of it, even though Robert did not. And so because of that, Bendix and Alice are getting married. So he is going to have a wife after all. They're going to have children. Like things are going to happen. I don't think they're like in love, but Bendix maybe still has some revenge in mind for Robert. We'll have to see. So I know, I'm sorry. I forget who made Bendix, but I'm sorry. I'm kind of making him the bad guy, but I like it. I like the idea that he is trying to use magic to get what he wants, since the family, does, potentially use magic to get their standing higher in society and everything. So anyway, that's my story. And I'm sticking to it. So yeah, that's what's going on this year. That's the video. That's the update. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this part. I'm really excited to keep moving forward. We are getting so close to 1,500, you guys. So, so close. And it's very, very exciting. So I hope that you're ready for it. And I'll catch you in the next one.